Engelhardt, everybody. Come on.
Hi, I'm Cheryl. I've been told that I am hopelessly optimistic. No, not hopelessly, delusionally optimistic. I'm so optimistic that I think that it's possible for any recipe to work, even if I only have 2 of the 9 ingredients. You'll ask me for a gin and tonic, and you may get a Coke with crushed prunes. Run out of chocolate chips? I got frozen peas. No breadcrumbs? Try shredded Epstein files with salsa. I discovered this faulty optimism back when I was taking a continuing adult education class called therapy. And I got really into stress responses. You know the classics, fight or flight. There's also freeze and appease. And I've identified a couple more. There's flinch and clinch, plead and bleed, and my favorite, cringe and binge. It's like Netflix and chill except you're very alone. For today, we'll stick with the OGs, fight, flight, freeze, or appease. The 4 horsemen of anxiety. I saw all 4 of these demonstrated perfectly last summer. My husband and I were visiting his mother and sister in the middle of nowhere, Maine. So, Maine. We were all in the basement, and out of the wall comes this giant snake. And I'm not talking about neighbor Bob at Crazy Bob's Discount Tires and Tacos down the road. No, an actual snake. Here's what happened next. My sister-in-law goes, and I quote, "Oh, hell no!" And she's out of there. Flight. My husband goes, and I quote, freeze. I go, "Are you okay? Do you need a lemonade? Should we move the snake? Does it want a chipmunk, mouse, or a scone?" Appease. Then there's my mother-in-law. She takes the thing with her bare hands, opens the side door, launches it farther than any 70-year-old skinny woman should be able to launch anything. It hits my sprinting sister-in-law across the field while breaking the javelin world record. After we all recovered, we sat down to a gourmet meal of snake and scones and Coke and crushed prunes. I first became an appeaser back in 2nd grade. It was the school play, Cinderella. I auditioned for the lead, obviously. And my music teacher said on my way out, "You're a shoo-in." So the next morning, I'm checking the cast list and I see Cinderella to be played by Marianella Martin. I'm Cheryl. It's okay. Maybe I'm the fairy godmother. Nope. Ugly stepsisters? Nope. Footman? Nope. Pumpkin? Nope. Mice? Nope. The singing glass slipper? Still no. And then I see it. Cheryl B. Engelhardt, role of chorus. This is bad. The chorus in Cinderella is only in one scene, the ballroom dance. This is like being on a basketball team but only sitting on the bench and you never get up except to go back to the locker rooms. This is when I learned to not trust authority. I went to my music teacher and I said, "Hi, you said I was a shoo-in, and I didn't even get the part of the shoe." She ignored me. And then I said, "Okay, well, I play the piano. Can I accompany the play?" And she was like, "Yeah, sure." So I go home and I bawl my eyes out for not getting Cinderella. And my mom comes in and says, "Don't worry, we'll get you the prettiest ball gown for the ballroom scene." My introduction to retail therapy. Fast forward to opening night, and there's polite applause for Cinderella, for the stepsisters, and for the talking glass slipper. But when I go to take my bow for being the very first 8-year-old to accompany the school play, standing ovation. I take this as a sign that I'm special, that I will find the spotlight in my own way. Also that I'm gonna have to overachieve forever to get that thing that I really want, but anyway, special. I was recounting this memory to my mom the other day, and she was like, "Yeah, you were great, but that's not what the standing ovation was for." She's like, "Your dress had ripped and you kept playing and everyone just thought you were so brave." I say, so you're telling me that I spent those thousands of hours practicing the piano, those many, many years writing music, decades building a music career, getting nominated for a Grammy, when the whole time I should have gone into fashion? Bartender, I'm gonna need a Coke and Prunes. Thank you.